Most people drive right past this mountain. Few ever step onto it. This isn't a hike that impresses you right away. It reveals itself, step by step, because the best views come later. This is Pigeon Mountain. Pigeon Mountain is an out-and-back hike located in Bow Valley Wildland Provincial Park, near the small community of Dead Man's Flats, 10 minutes east of Canmore, Alberta. Throughout the video, watch for QR codes to access helpful resources and to discover hidden stories not covered in the video. The hike begins at the parking lot located beside the Banff Gate Mountain Resort and follows a power line right-of-way along the trail leading to Skogan Pass. The trail weaves into the woods on 3 occasions as it makes a gradual, steady climb toward the base of Pigeon Mountain. The trail steepens as it climbs through the forest, then becomes even more demanding once you break out of the trees. The grade finally eases, allowing for a steadier and more manageable approach to the summit, where expansive views of the Bow Valley are framed by rugged, dramatic peaks in all directions. To reach the trailhead, travel west from Calgary on the Trans-Canada Highway, Highway 1. Stay on Highway 1 as you travel through the Bow Valley toward Canmore. As the highway winds through the Bow Valley and the mountains rise sharply around you, look for signs for Dead Man's Flats, Exit 98. Follow the exit ramp as it curves away from the Trans-Canada. Turn right onto 2nd Street and immediately after turn right again onto 2nd Avenue. You're backtracking a little here before the road curves south, leading to an overpass that crosses over the highway, where the road now becomes George Biggie Sr. Road. Continue up the dirt road until you reach the designated trailhead parking area, which will be on your right, just past the Banff Gate Mountain Resort area. This lot is also used for hikers going to Wind Ridge and Centennial Ridge. Be aware that a Kananaskis conservation pass is required to park at all trailheads in the Bow Valley. Make sure you have your pass before setting out for the hike. Before you go, it's also a good idea to check the Alberta Parks website for any trail closures, seasonal restrictions, or active bear warnings that could affect your plans. Finally, note that the trail to Pigeon Mountain is closed from December 1st to June 15th to protect critical winter habitat for elk and bighorn sheep. Please respect this closure. This first section follows the Skogan Pass Trail from the trailhead, offering a wide, steady approach until you reach the junction where the route to Pigeon Mountain branches off. From the trailhead, follow the path briefly into the trees until you reach a 4-way intersection marked by several signposts. Ignore the route straight ahead as that leads toward the Three Sisters Parkway, and turn left to continue hiking beneath the power line. As the trail follows the power lines, the hiking becomes straightforward but fairly uneventful. It's an easy section to settle into a rhythm, but not one that offers much visual reward. Water sources are also scarce on this hike, so plan accordingly and carry at least 2 liters of water to stay hydrated for the entire hike, especially if it's a warm day. As the trail slowly gains elevation, the trees open up enough to reveal expanding views of the Three Sisters rising behind you, and it's worth pausing here for a moment to catch your breath. Here, the trail once again breaks away from the power line corridor and heads back into the forest, a welcome change that is especially refreshing on a warm day as the trees close in, and the shade offers a noticeable drop in temperature.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Was I on the camera there?
You were.
Right.
A bit of lighthearted banter can make mundane sections feel shorter, and it's one of the things that makes hiking with the right group feel easier and more enjoyable overall.
I'm recording you, that's why.
I'm making sure.
Yeah. Everybody look happy now, come on.
Let's fast forward through this stretch as we continue steadily along the wide trail with very little to see beyond the trees. About an hour and 15 minutes after leaving the parking lot, we reached the signed junction. This is where we leave the Skogan Pass Trail and begin the climb up Pigeon Mountain.
Setting the pace, you guys.
This is a great spot to stop and catch your breath and have a quick snack before continuing, as you're about to tackle the steepest section of the hike.
All right, well.
From the junction, turn off onto the Pigeon Mountain Trail. Hike steeply through trees for about 10 minutes before reaching an open meadow, where the trail climbs even more steeply to the top of a grass spur. Once again, the trees close in, shutting out the views, until you finally step out of the forest and the landscape opens up around you.
Pigeon Mountain. Oh yeah, this is a steep one. It's very steep right now. It's a total of 1,000 meters. And right now we are climbing probably the last 600, over 2 kilometers, or a kilometer and a half. I probably look more pained than anything, Ken.
That tells the whole story.
That was my grimace through the smile. It's like, yeah, baby, we're having fun.
After about 30 minutes of steady, sustained climbing, the trail eases as you approach the top of the Grass Spur, where you'll have a chance to catch your breath and take in the impressive mountain views now stretching out to the west.
Oh, look at that view, though.
Yes.
That is stunning.
From the top of the Grass Spur, the route continues upward, traversing along a bench below the craggy west face of the lower summit, before gaining the ridge leading to the top of Pigeon Mountain. By late July, fireweed blooms in full along the mountainside, a welcome splash of color as you continue the steady climb upward. The trail forward is clearly defined as you make your way through the open terrain, winding steadily upward through a mix of dirt and loose rock, and with each step, the surrounding peaks and valleys begin to reveal themselves more and more. With the summit now visible far ahead in the distance, the trail finally eases, leveling out just enough to give you a chance to catch your breath and take a brief pause before continuing upward. From here, the rugged wall of mountains to the west provides a clear sense of scale and elevation. But all too soon, the break is over, and you continue up the trail, which rises steadily ahead. A measured, steady pace carries you upward, each step bringing the summit a little closer. After roughly an hour since leaving the Skogan Pass junction, you approach the ridge leading up to the summit.
Well, there's the summit. People up there already. I'm probably about another 10 minutes away. 10 or 15. It's all good. Everybody's just going their own pace, taking their time. That's a steep bugger.
As the trail climbs onto the ridge, the footing turns noticeably rockier, and the trail takes on a more rugged feel compared to the forested sections below. With fewer trees and more exposed ground, the terrain feels rougher and more alpine, signaling that you're getting close to the upper slopes of the mountain. On the ridge, the path is noticeably more exposed, and this is a good place to stay aware of your surroundings. Knowing that the summit lies just ahead brings a renewed sense of motivation, offering that extra push when the legs are starting to feel the climb. Looking back along the trail, the lower summit sits in the distance, and what felt close earlier now looks surprisingly far away, and it's easier to appreciate how much ground you've covered.
I'll be right up there. Pretty quick. Okay.
Reaching the summit is a quiet victory, where effort, patience, and persistence finally come together.
Here we are, folks. Pigeon Mountain, Pigeon Peak, whatever you want to call it. Armand chillin'.
Where you're met not just by open skies and sweeping ridge lines, but by fellow hikers already there, waiting, smiling, and cheering us on.
Woo! We made it.
It's a powerful reminder that while the climb is personal, the experience is often shared. A moment made even better by the people who reach it with you.
Welcome to the summit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. There we go.
Welcome to the top of Pigeon Mountain, where the landscape opens up in every direction, and the effort of the climb instantly feels worthwhile, so be sure to take it all in. From the summit, sweeping 360-degree views stretch across the surrounding mountain ranges, giving you a true sense of how expansive and rugged the Bow Valley landscape truly is.
Yeah. Oh God. What a day. Now you get to sit.
Now we get to chill.
Up here, the summit turns into a shared celebration with clapping, cheers, and high spirits as more hikers arrive.
There you go.
You
beat me.
If you love exploring trails like this, why not go ahead and hit that subscribe button? And if this video is inspiring your next adventure, be sure to share it with a friend. The summit quickly turns into a comfortable hangout. Lunch comes out, stories get shared, and the atmosphere turns social as hikers settle in and enjoy each other's company against an incredible mountain backdrop. But all too soon, it's time to start your way down, and while reaching the summit is an achievement, you're only halfway along the journey. The second half of the hike is just as important, requiring focus, steady footing, and respect for the trail as you make your way safely back down. With the pressure of the climb behind you, your pace eases and your awareness opens up. Details that went unnoticed on the ascent, such as the broad slopes of Mount McGillivray, stand out much more clearly on the return. As you descend back toward Treeline, the landscape begins to soften once again. The rocky ridge gives way to grassy slopes and subalpine terrain, where the trail feels gentler underfoot and the air a little calmer. Low shrubs, wildflowers, and open patches of meadow replace the exposed rock, marking a clear transition back into a more sheltered environment. The return journey offers a different kind of reward. What was once a push to reach the top becomes an opportunity to look around and take it all in. You appreciate the subtle changes in the landscape, the distant peaks against the horizon, the way the trail weaves through the terrain. It's a chance to move comfortably, letting the trail guide you rather than push toward a goal. Step by step, the trail carries you back down as you retrace your steps over familiar ground. About 45 minutes after leaving the summit, you arrive back at the Grass Spur, a clear milestone on the return, and with the steepest part of the descent still ahead. It's a good time to slow things down and stay focused. Now's a great time to pause for a quick snack, regroup with your fellow hikers, and get ready to start the descent. Here's a pro tip.
Little longer for you, yeah.
Before starting the descent, and if your poles are adjustable, it's generally recommended to lengthen them to improve balance and stability, giving you greater control on rough or slippery ground, and it reduces stress on your knees and lower joints by redistributing some of the impact into your arms and core.
Yeah, that's done.
Now that you're past the steepest section, the trail eases back into the trees as you make your way toward the Skogan Pass Trail junction. Just over an hour after leaving the summit, you're back at the familiar junction sign and back under the trees. It's not the most exciting stretch back to the trailhead, but it's a perfect chance to pick up the pace, chat with your fellow hikers, and enjoy the final leg of the hike. Remember to keep making noise along the trail, as there are several areas thick with raspberry bushes, which can attract bears during the summer months. Keeping your group together and calling out occasionally can help reduce the chance of a surprise encounter. We won't bore you with the full return. Suffice it to say, it's a long but straightforward walk on familiar terrain that gives you time to reflect on a solid day in the mountains before reaching the parking lot.
What's happening? There's a problem here. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Woo!
As the hike wraps up, there's no rush. The hard work is done, the mountains are behind you, and what remains is that sense of connection that comes from experiencing a full day on the trail together. It's the kind of feeling that stays with you long after you've headed home. Rocky Mountain Trails creates these videos to help you hike smarter, safer, and with confidence. If that's important to you, your support really does make a difference. Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and give the video a thumbs up. This helps this channel get more exposure so we can keep producing detailed step-by-step videos just like this one. And if you've hiked Pigeon Mountain, I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments. Thanks for hiking along, and I'll see you on the next trail.
Are we having fun? Yay!
He's climbing the mountain. He's climbing really good. So it's a real ass clencher.
Salt and pepper tofu. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it today.
The hell?
Don't talk, please. Be quiet.
Yeah, good. Love a good ridge walk. You get the views both ways.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I know, my stomach is growling.
Number 5, you shot to the middle of the pack. We are the champions.
Next time, just a shot of vodka.
I have chocolate for the people who stay with me.
Now she tells us. If you stay back with me, I'll give you chocolate at the top.
It's a potato soup. German potato soup.
Have you finished yet? You want some encouragement?
Yeah. Go team, go team.
Were you the problem?
Yes.
She was the one.
Sound of the music.
I'm recording her. That's going on the highlight reel. We're as good as home now. You're going to be running behind that trailer.
I feel great.
Yeah, do you?